Hi, my name is Nadia Stowers. I'm a professional strongwoman. This is my gym, B.I.G Speed and Strength, and I have guest powerlifter John Haack with me today. We're going to be going over some strongman lifts, specifically to my favorite show at the end of the year, official Strongman Games.
Primarily a powerlifter, but I've kind of ventured into strongman a little bit, and I'm out here for work. We're here in Fontana, California, where her gym is. What better place to learn than from Nadia, who is a very decorated strongwoman herself. She's going to help me do the last 3 events for the OSG Official Strongman Games online qualifier. So we got the log, yoke, and sandbag carry today. I do have a goal now of getting that title, World's Strongest Man under 90 kilos.
For John Haack to message me saying that he would love to do the strongman qualifiers for official Strongman Games, that touched me as well, because that is my absolute favorite show of my strongwoman career. I am 2-time back-to-back of championships of that show. So it's right up my alley, gets me fired up, and I'm ready to show them what we got today.
Yeah, I get that. That happens to me all the time.
So none of this should touch your hands. That's better. Push it back. Move up. There it is. Perfect. If you can find that reach,
Trust your shoes. Get that lean back. I'm good. Stay in that lean back. Yeah. Because you're bouncing up into the Yeah. So like I say.
I got power control. I don't have that.
That's all we need you to do. Once you get that,
So obviously, like, log is important. Is that your favorite of the strongman?
Ironically, log is not my favorite press. It is one that I hold very dear to me just because Jacob said he always wanted to get a small woman to a 300-pound log, and being that athlete for him is very important to me, so that will always hang it up. My favorite's actually dumbbell, ironically, so the one arm. But teaching people log and correcting their forms and just seeing their numbers shoot up just with form alone is very exciting to me, because it shows people they're already strong, but they might be doubting their strength, they might be doubting their techniques. I'm like, yeah, just a couple of fixes, and look, we added 20 pounds, we added 30 pounds to your log. So I'm very excited to see where you go today and see where this one goes, because just the couple of reps you've done now, you've already improved.
Yeah.
In 3 reps, 4 reps.
Yeah, it definitely feels better.
Yeah. So One thing that I always rely on myself on is nothing is ever a loss. So even a missed rep is always the lesson, and it's always wins. So even with these cleans, like those were the best cleans that I've seen on the beat today, even from start to finish. And you're finding that good comfort zone right here, and we're actually getting you to open up the hips and really trusting your knee back. There's still more to go, which is going to allow you to stabilize that rep and send it backwards as opposed to shooting forward. But I'm super happy to watch the cleans, and I know the weight is just going to fly up naturally.
I came in with not having the idea of going for that 300 for a double, so
It's so big for a reason.
just kind of sent it. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but
now we know.
I definitely think. I even think missing the 320 is like builds me more confidence for the 300. Where it felt pretty good, and it was just.
If anything, you're going to use that as fuel now. It's like, all right, you won this round. I'm coming back around too. So.
Like if I'd hit that 320, that would have been a PI for a single.
Absolutely. Beautiful. I love the log. Let's hit the next one.
All right.
Take your pick.
All right, so we're moving on to event number 2, which is the yoke, max yoke. For the qualifier, I have to do as heavy as I can for 20 feet.
20 feet. You also love heat, because once you find that rhythm, it just feels like you're flying. But when it's heavy, it's heavy. So it's like,
so we're gonna start warming up on this.
Find you a good height, make sure we got enough lift off of the floor, and then take a couple steps, we'll add weight, and see where you end up with today.
Yeah, let's do it.
Palm over my hands, and just like that squat, you're locking into that bar, we're locking into that yoke, so it's a constant push. Because when you go to pick, it has that swing, so that push will counterbalance that swing.
Might not have energy to do a sandbag today.
That's completely up to you. You know how to do a sandbag. I've seen your videos on your profile. Stupid simple. Pick them. So today we're just going to kind of go over some of the do's and don'ts of the sandbag, which is the third qualifying event. We're going over log, which awesome. Yoke, amazing grind to the finish, and just a couple of pointers. You're pretty familiar with sandbags, so we're confident you'll be able to handle this when we go back home. Still make those numbers. So.
Definitely say my least favorite.
Sandbags, honestly, you started out with Strongman, we recommend you get a sandbag. It's an ultimate, like, full body workout, and it's just the best thing you can do. One of the biggest don'ts, I will say, with sandbag, it will affect the biceps. A lot of people will like to bend, just pick it up and curl it. I'm of course not going to demo that, but picking up and curling it, that automatically is going to put all that weight right to the bicep. We've seen so many popped biceps, so many just drops, and you can see it curl up. It was like, we knew exactly what you did in that moment. So one thing that we do teach is we teach handles. So you'll tip the bag off to its side, and we're trying to dig our hands as far underneath the bag as possible. So that way I'm straightening it. My arms are not going to bend to pick this guy up. So I go straight like that, lift it above my knees, coming down to a small hunch, and we teach over to get a good grip and get it high on the chest. When I stand up, my bag is up, my hips are clear, so you can go and run for days. So that's one of the big do's of sandbag. Straight arms, straight legged to the knees, sitting down. Do not, whatever you do not curl the bag. Everything's locked in place from the hammies all the way up to the upper back. We're just running. That'll be an easy event. Not a problem.
So train smart, guys. Don't overextend yourself. If you you know, feel iffy about something, listen to your body.
Don't ego lift. Please don't ego lift.
Yeah.
For a little bit. Like you said, train smart. Stay safe. Now we do have deadlifts, we do have squats. We use bench as more of an overhead accessory to help us bump up our press numbers. But one of my favorite things when introducing powerlifters to strongmen is, okay, you know that squat you just did? Now do it for a minute straight. Okay, you know that squat you just did? Now run with it. That deadlift you just did? Now do a ladder, one after the other after the other. And so one of my favorite things to think about is if strongman had totals at the end of their shows, like powerlifting did, they're like, congrats, you lifted 37,000 pounds today. Like, it would be something astronomical like that. But it is endurance, it is speed, it's athleticism. And like he's saying, it is a little more, I call it fluid compared to powerlifting, because sometimes we do have to adjust the rules. There are things that we don't see coming where an athlete is like, oh, but what about me? And we're like, we didn't think about that. So they have to kind of think of things on the spot that way. But it's fun, it keeps your energy up. We have to have carbs on hand all the time. So that's actually another similar thing with powerlifting. We'll have our Rice Krispies, we'll have our sugars, our candies, whatever, because some of those shows, like he was saying, are 6 to 12 events long. Powerlifting's one day, strongman can go up to from 3 to 5 days, where all the events are just split up. So it's got some huge differences, but if you love strength, both powerlifting and strongman might be right up your alley.
I first found out about Animal, obviously through the cage, being powerlifting. That's kind of where all the top level guys from back the last few years have been lifting. It's always a really great exhibition of strength. Had a chance to lift in it a couple years ago as just kind of a guest lifter, and then I got invited this year, connecting really well with the Animal team. They asked me to be a sponsored athlete, so I was super excited about it.
My Animal story actually started before I even knew what strongman was, before I even knew personally what Animal was. My coach had been an Animal fan for a long while. He loved the grit, the grind, the Dan Greens, huge deadlifts, squats, just the absolute vibe. Once he started becoming a coach, he said one day either me or one of my athletes is going to be in the Animal cage one day. Upon meeting him, starting Strongman, we eventually ended up choosing Animal as just an ambassador. Just me, hey, just trying to get a discount code, tell the word. That ended up turning into an actual athlete. The anniversary was about a year ago at the past Ohio's Arnold's show. They presented me with a box, and inside that box was my picture on an Animal shirt, like the iconic athlete Animal, my picture doing Strongwoman. And I couldn't even tell you the emotions that I felt in that, because it felt like I was fulfilling not only something that I like to do as an athlete, but something that my coach had dreamed of years before he was even a coach. So continuing on, absolutely loving what I'm doing for Animal. I've been to the Animal cage where I hit 300-pound log, where I saw amazing John Haack doing these huge deadlifts, absolutely incredible. And everything just came full circle for me.
Okay, as far as my favorite Animal product, I will have to go with the Primal pre-workout. I am definitely someone who has low energy, so I need my pre-workout. Figures a little bit more just straight caffeine. Primal has a little bit extra stimulants.
Along with John Haack, I will occasionally take my pre-workout, but the one superstar for me is the Super Creatine. Creatine, for some reason, has gotten a bad rap, no matter who, where takes it. Take your creatine. It not only hydrates you, it fills your muscles up, keeps you going for longer, and it helps a lot with muscle recovery. I tell a big difference when I don't take it, so me and creatine, that's my buddy right there.